Hey everyone, I'm Cricket from Cricket's Door Decor. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to do a tutorial on a Deco Mesh bumblebee wreath. So let's get started. Okay, so today we're going to use a raised wreath form that already has the ties on it, but you can wire a Dollar Tree frame to kind of mimic this raised wreath form, and I do have a tutorial for that in another video, and I'll link that in the description. This has 18 ties all together. It has 10 on the bottom and 8 on the top. And we're going to use 2 rolls of 10-inch Deco mesh, and we're going to cut them at about 19 inches. We're going to cut both rolls at 19 inches. And we have 2 rolls of 2.5-inch ribbon and 2 rolls of 1.5-inch ribbon. And we're going to use this metal sign. Just so cute. Welcome to our hive. And we're going to start off by cutting on mesh. And most of my supplies I do get from Craft Outlet. So I'll put a link to below in the description as well. So we're going to take each roll of mesh and put it on top of each other and just cut 19 inches. We're going to cut the whole entire row of mesh, and we should get 18 total cuts. Okay, and we have just a little tiny bit left on the roll. And that's why I cut it about 19, because I don't want to run out. So the next thing we're going to do is do our cruffles, and we're going to put one of each piece in each tie. And you can alternate the colors, or you can do all the same color in the same tie. So you're just going to put something heavy on the other side, and you're just going to roll it in about 3 times. Give it a clip, turn it around, and roll it again. So that way the cut edges are tucked in there nicely. And you're just going to walk your fingers up and make like a little bow tie out of it. And just pick a tie. And we're going to secure that down in there. And then I'm going to take the next one and do the same thing. Roll it in 3 times. Give it a clip. Turn it around. And then just walk your fingers up. And then this one is put in horizontally, so this one we're going to put in vertically, like this. I'm going to push that down in there nice and tight. And there we go. And then for the next one, we're going to alternate the colors. And like I said, you don't have to if you don't want to. You could put all yellow in one tie and then all white in the next set of ties. Let me cut this off. So I'm going to start with white on the bottom. I'm going to roll it in a couple times and clip it. Same thing, walk your fingers up. And again, we're going to do horizontal. Push it down, give it like one twist. And then this one we're going to put up and down. And then we're going to do this all the way around the bottom and the top, and I'll be back. Okay, so this is what the base is looking like. It's very full. And we're going to cut our ribbon tails now. So I'm going to put this off to the side. And I think I dropped one on the floor. Hold, please. Okay. So we got two 2.5 inch and two 1.5 inch. And I think I'm going to do this pattern here. Now I have a ribbon tail board. I always use 13-inch tails. You can use whatever, you know, size tails you want. I just like the 13-inch. So I'm going to cut 9 of each. And that's all I do is wrap it around. And if you don't have one of these ribbon tail boards, you can take a piece of cardboard and cut it, you know, down to either 12 inches, 13 inches, 14 inches, whichever you prefer. And you can do the same thing. You can wrap it around like that, or you can measure out on your cutting mat and cut each piece. And then you just slide it off. I like the acrylic boards because your ribbon slides off really nice. Pretty easy. And then you're just gonna see that you're gonna cut right in there. And the same thing with the other side. And then we're gonna do a dovetail, so you're just gonna make sure all your ends line up. And you're going to fold it, and we're going to cut diagonal up towards the folded end here, and that will give us our dovetail. So I'm going to cut each ribbon at 13 inches and dovetail all the ends the same way. And I'll do the same for this one, except for I think the scalloped edge ribbon, I'm just going to cut at an angle. So I'll do that one next, so I can show you. And then I'm not going to make you sit through me cutting all these ribbon tails. We'll speed it up. Okay, so that's that one. We got 9 of that ribbon. And then the scalloped one. See how it's cut at an angle here? I'm going to do that for this particular one. no rhyme or reason. I use a lot of this scalloped edge ribbon. I think it's so pretty, and I just prefer to have it cut at an angle. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to take this and try to line up both ends, and I'm going to fold it over and cut them all at the same time to get that angled cut. This one's already cut. Take that one out. Or you could do one side at a time, whatever you prefer. We can do it this way too. Just make sure that you're cutting in the right direction each time. You want to match it up with the other side. So the angle's coming down, we're going to make it the same way. Let's fix this one. Oh, that's good. So for the next sets of ribbon, I'm just going to dovetail, and I'm going to cut 9 of each, and I'll be back when I'm done with those. Okay, so I've got all my ribbon cut. I did decide to angle cut this other 1.5 just to match the other one, but you don't have to do that. You can dovetail all your ends, you can angle cut all your ends, whatever you want to do. So we're just going to alternate ribbon in each tie. Going to take one of these, one of the 2.5 and one of the 1.5, and you're just going to find the center and walk your fingers up. And I'm going to alternate, like this one has yellow on the top. So we're going to start off with this. You're just going to put it in a tie and twist it. Some people cut off their ends. I don't typically, because I never know if I want to put florals in or not. So I just roll it in with my fingers and tuck it down in. And then on the next tie, we're going to alternate this pair of ribbon here. And you're just going to lay it down in the tie and twist it a few times, and then again I just roll it down and tuck it under, and there you go. And we're going to alternate all around the wreath on the bottom and the top, and I'll be back. Okay, so we have all our ribbon ties on, and we're going to put the sign on. And let me take this off. And I use a jewelry hole puncher. You can find these at Walmart, Michael's, I think Hobby Lobby, I don't know. I'm just going to make 3 little holes, I think. Where am I putting it? Yeah, we're going to put it right in the middle. So I'm going to do 2 holes on each corner. Let's see if I can get this through. This metal's a little thicker, but this works pretty well. And you don't see the holes, trust me. They're very, very small. And then I think I'm just going to use this right here instead of putting another hole there. And we're going to use some floral wire. Find it. Let's use this one. Now this floral wire, I was surprised. It's from the Dollar Tree, and it's really not bad. So we're just going to put that right through the holes. And just give it a couple twists. And see, you barely see it. at all. Same thing, we're put it through this hole on this side. This is my least favorite part, is putting the sign on. I don't know why, I just don't like it. Always seems like a fight. Alright, so we're just going to go right through this here. Give that a couple good twists. And let's get it on. Now I'm going to use my little needles. These are like for crochet yarning needles. You can buy them on Amazon. They come in a big pack of them. And I'm just going to put both wires through this. It just makes it easier to get through the mesh. And we're just going to move the ribbon and go straight through the mesh. And I'm going to go all the way to underneath and kind of feel with your hands where the bars are. And we're just going to wrap it around the bars. I'm just going to do it loosely for now. So you're just going to thread both of them through. And just go down through the mesh. And again, I'm just feeling for the bars underneath, which I'll show you. See, I'm just feeling for these bars right here, and I'm just going to wrap it around for now, loosely, until I make sure that it's exactly where I want it to go. These make life so much easier. Straight through the mesh, feeling for them bars underneath. And then we're just going to wrap it around. And then I'll cut them off later. But now it's on there nice and secure. Our ribbons. Okay, so there we have our sign on, and you could leave it like this if you want. It'd be just as pretty, but I have to do a bow. So we're going to set this aside, and I think I'm just going to put a bow probably, where do we want a bow? Probably right down here in the corner. I'm just going to do what I call like a side bow. We're going to get our bow maker out. Move that over a little bit. Okay. So let's start. I hope I have enough of this. Yes, I do. I'm going to start with the 2.5 inch. I'm going to dovetail the end. And I want my top piece to come out like this way. So what I'm going to do is start over here. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. It's going to end up on that side. So we're going to do about a 12-inch tail. And we're just going to lay it down in here and twist it. And about a 6-inch loop. And again, you're going to twist it. do a 6-inch tail at the top, and it'll come up right here. So that way when it's coming off of my wreath, I'll show you, it'll look like this. So the little tail will be coming out this side right there, and then this will be coming down. And then we're going to go in with the polka dot, I think. Yeah, let's do the polka dot. Oops. And I'm just going to angle cut this one again. And you're going to do the same thing. This length, same length as the other tail. And then what I do is I just bring it in 1/2 inch each time. So we did 6 inches. I'm going to do about 5.5. And then another 6-inch tail. And I'm just going to angle cut it. And that's going to go up there with that one. And then we'll go in with the bumblebee one. I'm going to dovetail this one. And this again, we're going to do the same exact thing. Give it a twist. And this one I'm going to bring into about 5 inches. I just kind of come in a little bit each time. And then again, another 6-inch tail. Gonna dovetail this one. And you could bring some of your tails down here if you want. It doesn't matter. Whatever you want to do. I'm gonna keep all mine up the top. And then lastly, we're going to come in with our scalloped. I'm going to angle cut this one. Give it a twist. And then I did 5 on the last one, but I'm going to bring this one into 4, not 4.5, because I just want it a little bit smaller than all the rest. I'm going to do 4 on this one. And that's it. And this one again, we'll angle cut. Then we're going to take a pipe cleaner. Get a pipe cleaner. And let's see. Actually, I'm going to take 2 of these. Now you can buy longer pipe cleaners, but I don't have any, so we're just going to take 2 and kind of twist them together. And we're going to pick our bow up, or you can put the zip tie on while it's on the bow maker like this. You can just slide it under everything. And zip tie it, and then pick it up, and you want to make sure your zip tie is in that little crease right there. And you're going to put your pipe cleaner through the zip tie and tighten it up real tight, and then cut that off. And then we're going to pull our tails up here. Kind of fluff our little loops out. Make sure our tails are all going down. And that's what the bow looks like. Yeah, that's a little better. And then I think I'm going to put it right here. And again, I'm going to use my my little needle here and put it right through the mesh. And I'm feeling around underneath for those bars, and I'm just going to pull it through. And then we're going to flip it over. Let's take this off, and I'm just going to wrap it around these two bars right here. Make it real tight. We don't want it too tight. We don't want it to sink down in there. And I just keep wrapping it around to secure it, and then just cut off the rest. And then we'll just pull our tails out, and you can do a little curly with this one if you like. Fluff up our loops. And that's really it. Well, where's all the tails? There they are. We are done. So if anybody has any questions on anything, I try not to make the video too long because I know people don't want to sit here and watch me cut ribbon tails or mesh or things like that. But if you have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment, any comments, and be sure to like, subscribe. It really helps my channel. And if you're interested in purchasing one of my wreaths, the link is also in my description. So again, thanks for joining, and I'll see you next time. Bye.